goes, okay?
And unless Hamas is told, no, you failed, the world will not reward you for this, we're just going to see a continuation of the bloodshed in the Middle East, which does not serve the interests of the Palestinians nor the Israeli people.
Okay, Mohammed Hijab, your response to that?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that wherever we see suffering, wherever we see death and destruction, especially of young people, assault, sexual assault, we see Dershowitz to the rescue, the former defense attorney of Jeffrey Epstein, a man himself accused
I
of
knew
rape.
we would get to that. I
didn't give you permission to interrupt me. I didn't give you permission to interrupt me. I stayed quiet when you were talking.
Okay, here's what I would say.
I stayed quiet when you were talking.
Hang on. Here's what I would say.
To the merits.
I didn't give you permission.
Listen, Mohammed, attacking.
This is absolute insanity. He's a defense lawyer. Of course he's going to defend bad people. What do you want? You want to live in a society where people you don't like don't get defense lawyers? That's how the legal system, that's how the law works in a democratic society. Everyone gets to defend themselves in the court of law, including horrible people. And he's just doing his job. Yeah.
Even more important than that, we talked about Superman before we went out, but maybe if Muhammad will take his glasses off, you will see that he's Captain ad hominem, right? I mean, what does this have to do with anything? It could be Hitler sitting here, but listen to what he says, not to who he is.
Yeah, look, exactly. Look how empty he is with actually good points that, we're talking about people dying, right? You want to defend Palestinians? You want to defend Israel, this great evil that is committing genocide? This is your opening? You talk about the guy doing his job as a defense lawyer? This is your first line? Does that not show how empty they're... Roy, does that not show you? Because I usually start with my strongest, like my most important point.
Yeah.
To me, it shows that these people have nothing over Israel. We're talking about war in Gaza. We're talking about war in Lebanon. This guy is trying to justify Israel and defend Israel. Your opening line is, oh yeah, this guy who is a defense lawyer has been doing his job. That's your opening line? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He's even disingenuous about this because Alan Dershowitz once said that he was proud that he defended, I don't know, some pervert. But he was proud because he was proud that about the second amendment. I don't remember which amendment. The amendment that says that you need to be represented, that he is fulfilling this. This is what he was proud about. Not that he's proud to give defense to a pervert. So
I mean, you should, even if he said that, yes, you should be proud of doing your job. You should be proud that you live in a society that the worst in society get a lawyer, and you as a lawyer will be objective. You as a lawyer will be doing your job, and you as a lawyer will put emotions aside, and you as a lawyer are so professional that you would try to keep out of your mind your emotions regarding how disgusting this person is, and do your job as professionally as possible. If you like a doctor, for example, if you bring a murderer into a hospital and he's doing surgery, if the doctor is doing surgery on this murderer and he does his job perfectly and professionally, he gets to say, I am so proud of myself that I didn't let my emotions get in the way of doing my job as a professional and doing the surgery on this man, even though he's a disgusting scumbag, right?
We saw Israeli doctors. We saw Israeli doctors saying it with terrorists, saying exactly that.
Yes. You should be proud of your job, even if you have to defend a disgusting person. That's how a democratic society works. That's why liberal democracies are more advanced, because of these practices, because of these principles. And Hijab doesn't understand that. Anyways, let's continue.
A lawyer defending people is a stupid argument.
Well, right? I'm not making an argument yet.
Well, you're just using an
I'm not making an argument.
attack straight off the top.
Has he got leverage on you? Is that
no, he's a brilliant
lawyer. We saw your
lawyer.
picture with Maxwell. He's got leverage on you.
He's a brilliant...
has he have leverage on you? So Piers is making the point that what the hell is this argument? You're telling a defense lawyer why he defended the criminal, and Mohammed Hijab is not even attempting to make a logical argument. It's like, oh, has he got leverage on you? Does he have like sexual, like videos of you with Epstein and stuff? But go on, Roy. Yeah.
Even what between the two of them, who do you think has more leverage for him being here? I mean, I think Mohammed Hijab has more leverage because he's got many viewers and he's bringing clicks, so he has in de facto more leverage on Piers Morgan than Dershowitz.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think, I don't know what you mean, because I thought by leverage he means like, does he
of
have,
course he
like,
means like
video,
of course, like a dirty video.
sexual,
But if
dirty
anyone
videos?
has some sort of leverage, it's Mohammed Hijab.
But I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, he's not even attempting to make a logical argument.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think it works for him. Like, even you don't even have to. Roy, here's an interesting thing. Okay, I looked at the comment section on Piers Morgan. Okay, you don't even have to go to Mohammed Hijab's channel and read the comments to look at people celebrating Mohammed Hijab. The vast majority of the comments on Piers Morgan's channel are celebrating Mohammed Hijab, because this tactic, it might not be logical, but it works. Mohammed Hijab has figured out what works with the audience. He's not trying to be logical because it doesn't matter. He just has to be entertaining, and he also has to just bully people around, and the people would clap for that. It's a circus. It's a circus. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And he knows how to be a good entertainer. Yeah. But I mean, guys, go look at the comment section on this video. The comments are like, oh, Piers Morgan all of a sudden had nothing to say once Mohammed Hijab mentioned Epstein. Like, oh, he's right. He hit that's a sensitive spot. They must have done something on Epstein Island or whatever. Like,
I thought you were going to say that the comments would be like, oh, look how he's trolling them. But you're saying that they think it's smart.
Yeah, no, people are like, oh, Mohammed Hijab hit the nail. Yeah. Oh my God, he got him. Good job, Mohammed Hijab. That's what they're saying.
Lawyer.
Are you saying that because he's got...
No, people are saying Mohammed Hijab's audience loved that. Guys, I'm talking about even the comments on Piers Morgan's channel, not even on Mohammed Hijab's channel. On Piers Morgan's channel. Yeah. No. To be honest, Piers Morgan's audience, comment section, always hate Piers Morgan for defending Israel. Not even defending Israel, for not condemning Israel, right? So I think a lot of people hate Israel so much that you don't have to make logical sense. You just have to be against the people who are trying to defend Israel in any ways, and then people will think that you're making the right points. That's the whole point. Yeah. Anyways, it's continue.
I met Ghislaine Maxwell for 5 minutes at a book launch.
You look very happy with her.
Well, I didn't know anything about her at the time, other than she was the daughter of the man that
We're talking about the biggest sexual scandal in the last 100 years.
I never met Jeffrey Epstein or ever knew him. Alan Dershowitz was wrongly accused of various things in relation to Jeffrey Epstein.
How do you know it's wrongly?
Because they've all been...
Why are you defending him?
They all turned out to be nonsense. He won a court case about it.
Why are you not looking at me when I'm speaking to you?
Well, I can turn to you, but there are 3 of us involved in this.
Yeah, you're speaking to me, so
okay, let me make things clear.
I'm talking about...
Look, there's not...
media, like,
he's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, he's looking at the camera. Oh my God. Like, what the again, this is just a circus. This is just entertainment. This is no attempt at making it like, oh, why are you defending him? Well, because he has seen the evidence that the accusations against him was wrong. Like, oh, why are you defending him? Does he have leverage over you?
In the court of law, he won.
Yeah, exactly. You just like, how do you know he's innocent? Like, he won in the court of. It's just mudslinging. It's just mudslinging with no attempt for evidence, no attempt from logic in making any logical arguments.
Person who, after the fact, said that he was proud to defend him after the allegations come out. You still wanted to? Do you condemn Dershowitz?
For what?
For defending Epstein.
Do you want me to?
Why are you not looking at me?
For lawyering.
Because I'm looking at the 3 of us.
I'm right here.
I can turn to you, and then the viewers see me and you looking at
me man to man. In the first interaction...
Look at me, man to man. Oh my God, this is a pathetic. You know, he's trying so hard to be alpha. He's not exactly. The point is not to be right. The point is not to discover the truth. The point is to win. The point is to look strong. The point is to look alpha. The point that, and that's again, given that his audience are a bunch of toxic, young boys that are looking for a warrior, he knows his audience. A lot of
Yeah.
people think Mohammed Hijab is an idiot. Mohammed Hijab is not an idiot. Mohammed Hijab knows his audience. Mohammed Hijab knows his audience are a bunch of teenage boys looking for a warrior to support, and they just want him to go into battle and act like a alpha male and crush his enemies. And they can't even tell the difference between a logical argument and not very logical argument. And all they're looking for is how it looks, rather than, yeah. And he's doing it. It's working for him. His audience is growing very fast with this performance. So why should he stop? Anyways.
So me and you were talking about October the 7th. We spent about 3 or 4 minutes actually talking about sexual assault allegations, if you remember that. And actually here, what we have is Israeli soldiers like Mir from Unit 100, and that's on The Guardian, it's on Sky News, it's on all these kinds of platforms, coming out, and there's videographic evidence of him raping another man. I haven't heard condemnation from you, and I don't expect to.
I heard. What are you talking about? I heard condemnation from Piers Morgan. I haven't heard a condemnation from you, and I don't expect a condemnation from Alan. Alan has actually condemned many things from his things that I don't condemn. Alan is actually condemns the settlements in the West Bank. I don't condemn that. He condemns them. And also, both of these people are the type of people who would condemn the rapes in prison by a few Israeli soldiers. They have condemned even many things by Israel. So like, oh, I don't expect. Why would you say that? You don't know these men. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but he didn't hear them,
Roy.
Armin.
Yes, you didn't hear them, so it never happened. That's actually
Yeah,
good.
but
His
God exists. His God exists, but he didn't hear them, so this didn't happen.
right. Wait, so by the way, Roy, in Israel, people in the live chat from Israel, I know a lot of Israelis watch our show. So people in the live chat have, those soldiers who raped the Palestinian prisoners in Israel. Do a lot of Israelis condemn that? Like, what is
Yeah, of course. So, look,
know-
some of them, when you see people that defend or saying it should happen, people say, why they were like horrible terrorists. So my point is, I don't really care about the terrorist. I don't want my soldiers to do the graping. I don't care about the terrorist. I hope they die and suffer. But the graping should not happen because of our soldiers. So many people think like me, but basically the right side are more defensive of this. But yeah, there are a lot of people who are criticizing it. Not as much
Sorry,
as I would
Gina,
want.
Yeah. By the way, sorry, Jean. Me and Jean are trying to highlight the same comment, so this comment keeps getting highlighted again. Sorry, Jean.
It's like opening the door and locking it from the inside.
Yeah. Yes. So here's the thing. I know there are crazy people in Israel, like we have crazy people in every freaking country. Every country has its own fair share of crazy people, right? So we have some people in Israel that are defending the soldiers who raped the prisoners, right? And anti-Israeli people are like, oh, look at that. Like, oh, really? You want to condemn Israel because they have bad people? Then you have to condemn every single freaking country in the world, because every country has those. Like, oh, look, Armin, you say Israelis condemn the rape, but look at these people. I didn't say every single Israeli condemns it. I said a lot of Israelis condemn it. I didn't say every single one of them. I didn't say Israel doesn't have bad people. Of course it has bad people. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Now, Armin, do you condemn the grape because you care about the terrorists for their well-being? Is that why you condemn the grape?
Wait, I do condemn. No,
do you condemn it because you care about the terrorists? You want them to be happy, or what is the reason that you condemn this kind of grape?
Well, because I am for the rule of law. I am for certain principles that make society better.
It's not like your heart aches for the poor terrorists. It's not like that.
Right, but I also don't want people to suffer for the sake of suffering. You know, if
Yeah, of
people
course.
are being punished, is for deterring signals to the rest of society. I don't think like evil people should be punished for our satisfaction. I think evil people should be punished to signal other people not to do the same thing. I
Yeah,
think like it's not the point
it
is
would
not
have spread
revenge. The
around,
point
right?
is
When you do,
deter. Yes, the point should not, I think, be revenge. The point should be deterrence.
yeah,
I think, you know. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
But
I'm with you.
anyways, let's continue. Oh, all right, let's continue. Let's continue.
Hear it from him who defended Epstein. Well, this shows you the bias in the coverage for a year, where we know the ICJ have said that there's a plausible genocide.
You haven't been watching my show.
I think I
Yeah, so he's saying you guys would not condemn those rape. I'm just gonna say rape because he said it anyways. But he said you haven't been watching my show. Yeah, you're just making stuff about you're making claims. By the way, hold on.
for a year, where we know the ICJ have said that there's a plausible genocide.
You haven't been watching.
The ICJ has just said the only thing the ICJ said is that this is worth looking into. It doesn't. The standard for looking into something is not at all suggesting that this is true with a high probability. When they say there's plausible, for example, let's say Roy accuses me of theft, and he takes me to court. When the court is agreeing to hear this, they're saying this is plausible enough for us to hear this case. It doesn't. It's not at all a judgment on whether or not I actually done the theft. So the standard is for actually hearing a case by the ICJ is actually very, very low. The plausibility has to be very, very low. A lot of people don't understand that. Yeah. So let's continue.
Watching my show.
I think I have.
No, you haven't.
Have you spoken about me?
You're talking complete bullshit.
Okay, tell me why.
Right?
Tell me why.
Because I did condemn what you've just talked about in a previous debate.
Good.
Right?
Dershowitz.
He says good. He doesn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry for making a false accusation." He says good, completely ignoring just a couple of seconds ago, saying you won't condemn it. I don't expect him to condemn it. You just made a false accusation. He corrected you. The answer, your response shouldn't be, "Oh, good." The response should be, "I am sorry. I am an idiot, and I made a false accusation, and I have no idea what I'm talking about." That's what he should have said. But
you're going to see very, very, very nearly that it's going to suffer from things like that. It's going to get something. Yeah, I'll tell you when.
Yes. Okay, let's continue.